Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy Rick, man. It's LIB Media, man. I know it's been a little minute, but I'm back real quick. And I know I'm about to come back with some news that ain't super pertinent at the moment, like happened a couple days ago, but I'm just not able to make a video on it. So I do want to just jump in and make a quick video on, of course, Kevin Durant getting traded to the Houston Rockets. I mean, we all knew that a trade was coming. We knew that Kevin Durant wasn't going to stay in Phoenix. He felt like Phoenix didn't want him. Phoenix had to do something. They had to pull the trigger because they gave up so many assets originally trying to get Kevin Durant. And even before that, with the Chris Paul trade, that like Phoenix has just over time given up a whole bunch of stuff. And then when they add in Bradley Beal, it was like now we're at a point right now where we've given up too much and we got to try to get something back. We got to try to get younger, which is clearly what they did with this trade. In this trade, kind of looking at it, the main people involved in the trade was Jalengreen and Dylan Brooks. The number 10 overall pick, which I've always been saying this. I hope that the NBA gets to a point now where they're looking at certain players and they're like, let's actually get a scouting team and let's try to. A 10th overall pick player should not be, a nobody, right? Like if you do your due diligence about the player and you kind of work them out and you kind of see what their skill set is and how they can grow and what their mind state is, mental plays a big factor in becoming a star in any league. It should be good. So, with that 10th overall pick, they got 5 second rounders. Second round picks don't really turn into much, not all the time, but you never know. It might be a Jokic or a Draymond in the group. You just have to draft and develop them players correctly. But just kind of giving my and so just kind of giving my overall thought. My overall thoughts. Houston technically got better. They didn't give up a bunch of players. You kind of swapping Jalen Green with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant gives you more consistency at scoring, but the age, the speed, the explosion and athleticism clearly isn't there no more with KD being 37. He's about to turn 38. You have to take that into account. But I think his shooting splits and stuff is still really, really good. As far as if you go year by year, I'm actually about to just pull up what he last year what was for so his last year Phoenix, he played 62 games, 26.6 points a game. That's still really good. He's shooting 52% from the field, which is great. He's shooting 43% from three, which is good because we all know Kevin Durant is a mid-range guy. Like he doesn't like to shoot a whole bunch of threes. But he can. He gives you the ability to do it. So you have to guard him to the 3-point line. You have no choice because he can definitely get hot and light it up from there as well. So with that being said though, KD had, his own individual points wise, he was still like really, really good from the field and everything. I think the main thing is, as far as for KD, is that like in the NBA nowadays, how much does your individual scoring performance translate to the game, right? Like we seen it in the NBA Finals where we saw two different teams where we saw a person like Tyrese Halliburton. Shout out to the OKC Thunder. Also, they won the finals, and Tyrese Halliburton, man, prayers up to you, man. That's a terrible injury at a terrible time. But when you look at those two teams, you had Shea, who's playing the point, and he is a scoring first guy, right? And his scoring clearly helps the team go. But then you have Halliburton, who's not necessarily a scoring first guy, but he also plays that same amount of impact. So when we look at a player like Kevin Durant, it's like it's not just scoring. It's how is that scoring translating to how effective the team is. the Suns most likely, if Kevin Durant, due to injuries between him and Booker, that's why most people think Phoenix didn't make the playoffs. When they did make the playoffs, they got put out in the early rounds. I think that was just a team construction and how different the NBA is now. Like they're letting these younger teams play more physical defense in the playoffs. So you got to take into that account. And the Rockets are already set up on that end of the ball, like already with some younger feistier players. You got Fred still. You got Amin Thompson, who people are seeing is going to be a star. Jabari Smith, Shingun. They have some young physical players and some young developing players. The one thing you don't want is for a person like Kevin Durant to stunt the development of these other players because he's already the star and they probably don't know where they fit in around him. But Ime is a great coach. We've seen it time and time again that he's a great coach, and I'm pretty sure he'll get everybody right and get everybody where they need to be. So I think overall, all in all, I don't know if this makes Houston the number one team in the West. I don't necessarily think that. I do believe that it does give them a bit of an upgrade. I think with Kevin Durant, they would have beat the Warriors in that series. I don't know if I see them beating the Nuggets or OKC. So the thing about a move like this is if it doesn't work, Kevin Durant, now, if you had Kevin Durant at 27 rather than 37, it'll be a different conversation, right? Trades like this is like you give yourself a 2-year time clock because after 2 years, you have no idea what's going to be of Kevin Durant. And I'll be super interested to see what they get with that 10th pick. Like, is it going to be a player that's in the rotation immediately, right? Are they going to be a 7th or 8th man off the bench, right? Who is this 10th overall player that they're going to get with that pick? Who is that person going to be as well? So I would, if I was grading the trade, I saw ESPN graded the trade. They gave it a B+. I'm kind of in that same ballpark. Like, I don't necessarily see it being like, that's the move that's going to change everything. I think Houston was already a good team. They're going to still be a good team. They're going to be a top 4-5 seed in the Western Conference next year, either way. But we just have to see how that translates to the playoffs. With the upper level of physicality and Kevin Durant being the guy that you give the ball to in the fourth quarter and be like, hey, man, we just need a couple of buckets because Jalengreen was very up and down with that. I just believe that was because he was young. I would have probably let him cook and develop a little bit, kind of like how OKC did. It's like, yeah, let's just grow through these growing pains. But I get the trade. I understand it, though. So, man, y'all tell me y'all thoughts on the Kevin Durant trade. I saw the smaller Drew Holiday got traded as well. That's another thing. I might kind of look into that trade a little bit and talk about it. I know another pretty big trade was the Desmond Bane trade. I love that trade for the Magic. They definitely added the shooting that they need, and a 20-point per game scorer to go alongside Paolo is great. And Bane is a feisty defender. He might not be one of the best defenders in the league, but he's feisty, and he's physical. So he can give a lot of guards a hard time. So y'all just let me know what y'all thinking about the NBA landscape. Like, how's everything looking next year? Not only with the trades, but also with the injuries that we done seen happen. The Tatum injury, the Tyrese Halliburton injury. So, I mean, y'all just tapping with y'all board, man. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to talk about anything else. And, man, everybody stay blessed up, man. This your boy, Rick. And this LIB Media, I'm gone.